Organic versus conventional. Unearthing the real health benefits of your produce. In the produce aisle, the choice between organic and conventionally grown vegetables often boils down to price and perception. But beyond the label, does choosing organic truly offer superior health benefits? The answer, supported by a growing body of scientific evidence, suggests that the difference goes deeper than just avoiding pesticides. The nutrient density advantage. While the belief that organic produce is drastically higher in all nutrients is often debated, studies indicate a meaningful distinction in key areas, primarily related to antioxidants and specific minerals. Increased antioxidant content. Perhaps the most compelling argument for organic produce lies in its elevated levels of beneficial compounds, particularly antioxidants. Research has shown that organic crops often contain significantly higher concentrations of secondary metabolites, such as phenolic compounds and flavonoids, compared to their conventional counterparts. Why the difference? Scientists hypothesize that conventionally grown plants, which are protected by synthetic pesticides and readily available synthetic fertilizers, do not need to produce as many of their own natural defense compounds. Organic plants, forced to fend off pests and diseases naturally, synthesize higher levels of these protective antioxidants as a defense mechanism. Essential mineral differences. Research concerning mineral content is complex, often depending on the soil quality of the farm. However, meta-analyses suggest that organic produce tends to accumulate higher levels of specific essential micronutrients. Iron and zinc. Some studies have shown moderately higher concentrations of these important minerals in organically managed crops. Nitrate levels. Critically, organic vegetables consistently show lower concentrations of nitrates. While nitrates are naturally occurring, excessive intake from high nitrate vegetables, like spinach and lettuce, can be linked to health concerns, especially when converted to nitrates in the body. The toxic load reduction. For many consumers, the primary motivation for buying organic is the desire to minimize exposure to synthetic chemical residues. This is where the evidence is clearest and most consistent. Lower pesticide residue. The difference in pesticide exposure is the most scientifically undisputed benefit of choosing organic. Detection frequency. A systematic review published in Environmental Health Perspectives concluded that organic produce has a significantly lower frequency of detectable pesticide residues and lower average concentrations when residues are present. Consumer risk. Choosing organic drastically reduces exposure to common synthetic pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides classified as probable or possible human carcinogens by organizations like the EPA and WHO. Dirty dozen impact. For crops known to retain high levels of residues, the dirty dozen, switching to organic can lead to a substantial and immediate reduction in dietary pesticide intake. Protecting vulnerable populations. The reduction in chemical exposure is particularly significant for children and pregnant women. Studies have linked prenatal and childhood exposure to certain organophosphate pesticides to potential neurodevelopmental risks and lower IQ scores. By reducing this exposure through organic consumption, parents can take a proactive step in minimizing a known environmental risk factor. Sustainable health, the soil connection. While not a direct individual health benefit, the superior soil health central to organic farming practices indirectly supports the quality of the food. Microbial richness. Organic farming promotes a greater diversity and abundance of beneficial soil microbes. These microbes are essential for nutrient cycling, making micronutrients more bioavailable to the plants, which in turn influences the nutrient profile of the final crop. Environmental impact. By avoiding synthetic nitrogen fertilizers, organic farming reduces the nitrous oxide emissions and nitrate runoff that contaminate waterways, contributing to a healthier overall environment, which is intrinsically linked to public health. Conclusion: an informed choice. The evidence shows that the health benefits of organic vegetables are multifaceted. While individual nutrient increases vary by crop and farm, the collective scientific data points to two main advantages. 1. Increased protective compounds. Organically grown vegetables often contain higher levels of antioxidants, polyphenols, and flavonoids, which are crucial for fighting chronic disease. 2. Reduced chemical exposure. choosing organic is the most effective way to limit dietary intake of synthetic pesticide residues, a significant factor for vulnerable populations. Ultimately, both organic and conventional vegetables contribute vital nutrients to the diet. However, for those seeking to maximize beneficial compounds and minimize exposure to agricultural chemicals, the scientific literature increasingly supports the organic option as a valuable investment in long-term health. Thanks for watching another educational video brought to you from Gift from the Land. We know organic produce is a healthier choice, yet it costs more. For these reasons, our mission is to help educate people and offer them the option of growing their own produce at home, making the price gap much smaller. God bless.